Hello everyone, welcome to the Reaper Podcast. I am your host, one and only host, John Reaper. Now, or if you guys like, Reaper. Now let's get into this. This is going to be just a segment, only me. I'm sorry it's been like this for a while. It's just been trying to get everything on order and up to beat and everything else. Once I get everything straightened out, especially with the crew, we'll have everybody back in. I want to get Nico back on, and I want to get Simon, the Bybrit, back on. And it's been a while since we got them all together. I know stuff has been going on with Simon, especially with Nico. Nico is the Wacko Zacko podcast is actually back on, so he's actually doing his own thing on that, which is good. It's cool to have people around on the podcast, because then you can back and forth or whatnot. But it's really, sometimes it's good to return to, like, your original state. Your, just you talking with your audience. Some questions I know you guys are probably wanting to know is, why is your videos coming out and it's like just one word, or just not. Okay, here's the thing. I do them and I put them up there, and then I'm like, okay, I usually put them on there the night before. I have shitty internet. Okay, I mean, it's good internet. It's really good internet for streaming and stuff like that. And it's probably due to I have multiple stuff. I have on just the Wi-Fi upstairs, I have on 2 laptops, my phone, and a tablet, and the and a tablet. I have 4 things on the Wi-Fi, and connected directly line-wise is the PS4. It's directly lined. I mean, I could do it for the laptop, but it's just so much wires and shit, and I really don't want to mess with it. The other thing is, I have this repeater, which pretty much takes the Wi-Fi signal and boosts it as its own Wi-Fi. So it's on here, it's coming off that Wi-Fi, and then on the booster I have the PS4, Xbox One, PS3, maybe the Wii, I don't know. And this computer that I use, my studio computer, I do have a tablet that I'm going off of it too. So, but I mean, the PS4, I don't know about the Xbox, but the PS4 is constantly on the Wi-Fi, or on this repeater Wi-Fi. I don't know about the Xbox One. I think it shuts off when I shut it off. I'm not for sure. I really don't know. Because every time I turn it on, it has to log in. So I don't know. I really don't know. Of course, the PS3 and the Wii are off of the Wi-Fi. So okay, that's what I thought that was. I was like, what's that squeaking noise? I was like, I'm hearing all kinds of shit. But yeah, so let's get right into this podcast, guys. Get warmed up, or cold up, or whatever. Just hang tightly. Okay, there's some possible things going on, and I'm very excited for. As you guys know, I've been putting out this theory. I got a lot of flack because a lot of persons like, what? That's retarded. And then, of course, I got accused of not being hooked on the lore. Look, okay, it's convoluted. You know what I mean? I mean, this whole thing, I mean, come on. You're talking about Hideo Kojima, this person that tricked everyone for Metal Gear Solid 2 that tricked everyone from Metal Gear Solid 3. I mean, he had to flat out come out. I mean, it was like in the jungle and everything else. And they're like, what? And then everybody's looking at the equipment and they're like, that's not the equipment of the era. Why are we, what the hell? And I think eventually he had to come out and saying, yes, that's Snake. That's Naked Snake who becomes Big Boss, I think. Or he just said that's Naked Snake and then let everybody play the game to where it's like, oh, he becomes Big Boss. And, you know, he kind of tricked everybody there. Metal Gear Solid 4, he did trick everybody because at the end, Solid Snake was supposed to commit suicide. They kind of kept the original idea but changed it a little bit so that he would kind of like flake out of it and shit like that, and he's still alive. So a little bits a piece of information on Solid Snake is that it is stated directly by Hideo Kojima when asked, is Snake still alive or is he dead? He said after the events of MGS4, he is still alive and they have, you know, they have use for him, that they're going to use him, or he's not done yet. What could that mean? I don't know. I really don't know what could that mean. That means hopefully Solid Snake will come back, maybe for one final time or whatever. Who knows? Who really knows? I don't know. My theories have not changed. Okay, I just gained another theory. I call it the Adam/Devil theory. It's a theory video I've been working on. I'm trying to release it before VGA. There's something weird about this. This is something that, you know, I really thought we were close, and we were kind of are. But then when I look back at my theories and then look at this theory, I'm like, wait a minute. This kind of makes sense. Let's run with this theory first. Let's do this theory. Let's make a video on this theory and run it. And then, you know, I will come out with going, you know, these are my theories. You know, I'm not dropping the other theories. Because essentially, what the theories are is that, you know, Python Selkin, after MGS5, came out with the body double theory that was like right on point or whatever. Also, I do like to put a disclaimer out that some of people out there a lot of people have actually, that I talked to, come out and said that Python Selkin stole their theories. Whether it's true or not, because Python Selkin is a collective being, and there is a lot of people that have different theories out there, and whether or not they stole blah blah blah. I know they're probably going through Reddit. I know Yang Ye steals theories as well, and I don't know. This guy is like unbelievable. But anyway, that's a different topic. But so this theory, as I pointed out, I won't reveal all of it, but I pointed out that, hinting at everybody, that the theory Adam/Devil is the theory that Norman is Adam. Who do we know in the Metal Gear Solid universe that is Adam? Adimska, or whatever, which is Adam, becomes Revolver Ocelot or whatever, or Ocelot. He is the original Ocelot in MGS3. Now, essentially, there's two Ocelots. There's the MGS3 one all the way up to Portable, or Peace Walker. I don't know, Peace Walker is mentioned? No, after Portable Odyssey is mentioned, Peace Walker, I think you can call, there's a frequency you can call him on or whatever. But it's like, after that, it's like, what the, And then you see Skullface. And I think Hideo Kojima actually said we know this character. He's been in the Metal Gear Solid universe, so you're like, what is he known? What do you mean by that? You know, and a lot of clues is that he wears kind of a Western style, you know, like not like Wild West like you would think, you know, but like a Western suit. Like if you watch Tombstone, you know, the nice suits, the cowboy boots, the cowboy hat, you know, he wears that weird mask thing, and that's the one thing that gets me is I don't think he wore the weird mask. To me, it's weird. It's like a night mask, but like cut out the holes. But it's weird. And supposedly that is Ocelot from MGS3 that wears the mask, and that something happens. Essentially what happens is that he was possibly in this crash. But essentially the skull face thing, that's essentially a mask, just like the Raiden mask. But something happens and he goes into like a plane crash, and he goes into this coma state. That's all I'm going to say for now until the video comes out. But it's just I call it the Adam/Devil theory. It's very unique and interesting, and it's weird because all the other theories, they hit certain points. And it's like, okay, this match, but what about this? That still has not matched up to this. And then I tried to mind boggle myself around it, and until I stumbled upon this theory, which is information that has been given to me, and I'm coming up with it. You know, I'm not essentially saying this is what this is. I'm saying I've been given this information by a source, and I'm like, okay, and I'm expanding on it to an Adam/Devil theory. So it's pretty unique and it's pretty awesome. And in this theory, you know, there's certain things that kind of fluctuate. You know, there's like, you know, it's this, and it's like, no, it's this. So it's going to be like, I'm going to put like a point and be like, no, well, this is one point A in this section, and then this is point B in this section. So in a sense, you know, it's very exciting because this theory, not only does it hit upon certain points, it actually hits upon a lot of points. You know, a lot of them. Very excited. Very, very, very excited. So, yeah. So that, sorry about that. So that's essentially what Death Stranding is supposed to be. The story of Adam, or as we know him from Ocelot. It's like, well, what about the other Ocelot? The other one is either a clone or another person that pretty much puts his psyche. I mean, it's like, well, he knows this and that, and then what about MGS4? It's a theory that I'm still working on, and it's crazy, but yeah. As whoever Big Boss is at MGS4 says, Ocelot does, was it like to play with snakes or something like that, play as snakes or whatever. But anyway, there seems to be controversy around the PlayStation Paris event, apparently, that's coming up. And I have not really seen it. I haven't begun to see it, but supposedly the Hideo Kojima would be attending. I looked on his social media and I haven't seen it. It was a rumor going around on the internet, because like when I saw that, I'm like, wait a minute, the PlayStation Paris thing. I'm like, holy crap, it's not the PlayStation Experience. I don't think so. Let me look at it while I'm talking to you. But it's like a PlayStation event. I don't know if it's the PlayStation Experience. PlayStation Experience. I do know there is something coming in the Video Game Awards, and I'll expand on that in a second. Let that load up, because it's being slow. Yeah. But, okay, here we go. PlayStation Live from Paris Games Week is coming. Here's where to watch it. A few updates and announcements before moving straight into Paris Games Week 2017 Media Showcase. So, I don't know why they're doing this. I don't remember the PlayStation Experience. I think that's already done. Yeah, I do believe that's already done. And now the only thing is the Video Game Awards, which we all know that's where they showcased. Was it the first? No. That's where they showcased the second MGS, or not MGS, but the second Death Stranding trailer. The first trailer was at E3, and we all know. Okay, we've all seen E3, of course. It felt like something was missing. The last spot would have been Death Stranding. When it came to the Sony conference. At the end, of course, they had Lil Roar, and they acted like confused and like, well, I guess it's it. And it seemed like they should have had a third song, and I think they had a big screen in the back, which could have been like the other trailer. Like they would have showed the trailer at, what essentially would have happened is Hideo would come out, introduce everybody, maybe some new stuff, and then boom, a new trailer for Death Stranding. And then Lil Roar would come out. Hideo would be talking and talk to them about the game and stuff like that. Instead, he talked about movies. And then Lil Roar would come out, play the first two songs, and then the third song would be playing along with the trailer, essentially, because you know how Kojima released the first trailer just had Lil Roar's song. The second trailer had a cinematic version, and then they had a Lil Roar one. So they released two different types. This one would have been the echo of the first one, or the echo of essentially, here's one with the cinematic and here's one with the Lil Roar, the third song. And I do believe it's Give Me an Answer. It's either Give Me an Answer or another one they're preparing for. I think Give Me an Answer was too obvious because they had a Death Stranding type trailer or music video. So I think essentially that was pretty much a hint about, hey, we were gonna play this song. This was gonna be the third song on the trailer. When they released that music video, it's kind of making me think that it's not gonna be in the trailer. It's gonna be a different song, simply because it's pretty much showing. If we would have showcased at E3, this would be the song, So I don't know. It was just, he pulled out, and Kodak Snake, which is the guy who wrote the book, the fan book, which I still have not found the downloadable thing yet. Still waiting on that, which is weird. He said he wasn't going to release it, and then now he's saying he's going to release it. It's taking some time, so I don't know. Don't know what's going on there, but the two things I caught, one, I screenshotted one tweet he put out there. He put out another tweet. One tweet was before Hideo Kojima said something. The other tweet is after he said he wasn't coming. The before tweet was like, what if he's breaking the fifth wall? I don't know how. I don't know why. I don't know how, I don't know why. What if Kojima's breaking the fifth wall? And he put out 4 pictures. Kojima Productions, Konami, Kojima, and E3. So essentially, that's pretty much putting a tone going, you know, he was working with Konami to reveal something at E3. I screenshotted that. I did not screenshot stupidly of the second tweet, which pretty much would be Hideo, or what if Hideo pulled Death Stranding from E3 because we all found out what it is. It was too soon. It was too soon. If we did not figure out what the Phantom Pain was, Hideo Kojima would be doing the exact same thing to us if we did not figure out Metal Gear Solid. He even said they figured out fast. He didn't do that shit with he's like, no, I ain't doing that shit this time. He was like, no, I ain't doing the fucking letter shit this time. What's weird is people put it in, and it is true because I'd done it, I tried spelling anything else, but it said DNA testing. Okay? What's fucking weird? DNA testing. Think about it. In MGS4, what did they do? What did Liquid Ocelot do? What the hell was MGS2 and MGS4 about? What is the entire fucking Metal Gear Solid series about other than Metal Gear and nuclear war? DNA. That's what it's about, people. Think about it. From the very first Metal Gear and Metal Gear 2 onward, it's always been about DNA, cloning, testing. The letters in Death Stranding, if you follow the lines, spell out DNA testing. Not eat standing, but DNA testing. Think about it, man. Think about it. And it's funny because there's no way, I don't see how Solid the Snake could, there was something screwy in MGS4, if you believe me. He took the body of Solid the Snake and had access to GW, or the Patriot system fully, when he used Solid the Snake's blood. They never said he became a perfect clone. Like he, there's no way he took the big boss's DNA. They had to take another person's DNA. You can't just take one person's DNA and inject it, or take all the things out and inject it. There has to be a surrogate, there has to be a mother to combine the DNA to make them form. There's no fucking way. You know, you have to combine the. I don't know. I mean, that's what it's thought is they took the cloning thing. I don't know. I mean, he could be a perfect exact match, but there had to be other shit in Solidus DNA that wouldn't match up to Big Boss's. You know, there's no fucking way. And then Big Boss was like in a coma or whatever. There's no fucking way. But yeah. It's become exciting, and not to mention, I think last week, Hideo met up with Jeff Knightley and Mr. Roberts, who is working on the Metal Gear Solid movie, met up with them and was talking at dinner. I know what's coming. I want to say it out loud. I'm afraid to. Because I'm afraid of being wrong. I mean, this whole time I took on the Rouge shit, I am afraid of being wrong. I'm so afraid. Because then it'll come back on me and you guys be like, whatever, you know. That guy's fucking weird, you know. I don't know. I mean, that's just me. But you know what? I'm going to put it out there. Hoping I am wrong. I mean, I was going to put it out there in the theory video anyway. But at the Video Game Awards, War is performing at the Video Game Awards as well. Think about that shit. They performed at E3, now they're performing at the Video Game Awards. I do believe. I may be wrong, because I'm hyped. But MGS will collide with Death Stranding possibly at the Video Game Awards. Or what's going to happen somehow, someway, and it's getting close, getting very close. Because if you guys notice, if you watch the nuke counter, the nuke numbers, they appear, I mean, ever since they released the game for free, new numbers went up a little bit. Before that, it was like 3 weeks in a row. New numbers are dropping by the 20s, by the 30s on consoles. And it's happening fast. Okay? Do not give up hope of the Chapter 3 thing. Do not give up hope on any of that. Essentially, this is what's going to happen. Konami is going to come out and they're going to announce that whatever is broken on Nuke Tab for nuclear disarmament is fixed. Once that is fixed, nuclear disarmament will be very close, and it would drop. The numbers would drop down rapidly, and boom, we'll hit it. That's what's going to happen. Okay, believe me, don't believe me. Ever since with everything, Konami knows it's broken. I mean, we've reported it so much. Konami knows it. Metal Gear knows it. They are working to fix that in a way that it's slowly, because they are not ready. They're not ready. We're solely focused on this. A lot of people see Survive and don't want to play Survive. Konami sees that. Konami sees that a lot of people are not interested, and most people are. And they're like, fuck, we need to do something. So they're like, all right, well, you know what? We're going to fix the Nuke Tab, and then they're going to fix it, and they're going to fix it to where we can hit nuclear disarmament as quickly and fastly as possible. So we can get over MGS v the Phantom Pain and finally go over to Survive. It is a tactic. I'm pretty sure Kojima left instructions and left stuff, you know. I'm pretty sure he's got this one thing where it's like, if all things fails, do this, remove this, put this in. And I do believe that's going to happen. It's going to happen very soon. I don't know when. It might be the announcement of the Metal Gear Solid movie. Which that's weird in itself. It's going to be switching out the different events. To be honest, it would be cool to see that. But I wouldn't like it. Maybe the movie is connected to the games. Yeah, maybe it's not. To be honest, I would love to see just a full fucking movie of Metal Gear 2. I mean, like, to go on. Not a fucking reimagining, not a fucking remake, not a fucking hellhole like Resident Evil and so many other people have made video game movies. Mortal Kombat, I'm stating this as a fucking fact. Mortal Kombat was the only good fucking video game to a movie. Why? Because the Mortal Kombat game only came out with this. You enter a tournament, Mortal Kombat for the Earth Realm. And here's the people that are entering. And that's it. That's fucking it. You can fucking run with shit like that. You can make it a fucking big ass shit. Number 2 was a disappointment. Number 2, I tell you that. Number 2 was a total fucking disappointment. They replaced too many people. You know, and somehow they re-put Scorpion and Sub-Zero in. Sub-Zero that's his brother. It's like, what? No. You know, they don't follow the video game storylines. And that's what pisses me off about stuff like this. Is that even Silent Hill, I fucking if you do not go in, if you go in it as like, that is like a separate fucking entity, they totally fuck that up. I'm sorry. You know, it was cool at first, but then it's like, y'all fucked it up, man. Y'all fucked it up. Why? But, you know, I mean, that's the statement I'd like to make. And to be honest, not shitting on Roberts here. Roberts, dude. I don't know what you're going to do with this movie. I hope it's good. I hope you don't fucking fuck it up. Well, Kojima on your side, I mean, to be honest, people tell me this. People tell me, well, they have the original people that wrote on it, so it'll be fine. They've done that shit before. I don't know if it was Silent Hill. There was some other video game, the movie, that they... Assassin's Creed. Look at the Assassin's Creed. Look how much that is fucking... I watched that on, you know, when it came out. And holy shit. That was the most dull, boring thing I ever fucking saw. The movie they made for Assassin's Creed 2 with Giovanni, you know, that was fucking exciting. That was the movie they needed to make. Not this fucking Assassin's Creed movie that came out. Hell, I can fucking pull out, you know what, I ought to do a video. I ought to do a video on this. Of comparing to that short little film to a full-fledged fucking Hollywood film. And I guarantee you, the short little film did better, or does better, than that. It's a disappointment. I watched it, to be honest, I watched it from beginning to end. I was even fucking lost. Me, that I get the Kingdom Hearts lore, that I get the Metal Gear Solid lore person. Those lores are convoluted as shit. I get the Final Fantasy lores. I get, those games are convoluted as shit as well. Are fucking so, like, holy shit. This is going on, that's going on, that's going on, this is going on. And it's like, I get all that. But then when I watch the Assassin's Creed movie, it's like, holy fuck. What is this shit? It's a clusterfuck. If you're going to do it right. Not, what they did is they pumped information. They took all the information from the Assassin's Creed games and they pumped it all into one fucking movie. No, you don't do that shit. No, you don't do that shit at all. If you're going to do that, fucking make it into 2 parts. Look at the fucking Lord of the Rings. The way they should have done the Lord of the Rings trilogy was the way they should have done The Hobbit. And what do you mean by that, John? Reaper? What do you mean? What do you mean by that? No. The way he done The Hobbit was he done it justice. He done it right. He took his time. He split the book into 3 movies. Not because of money, but because that way all the information wasn't fucking compacted to where it's like, fuck, He should have done that for the Fellowship of the Ring. He should have done that for the Twin Towers. And he should have done that for the Return of the King. It would have been, what? 12 fucking movies. Between The Hobbit and the Lord of the Rings trilogy, it would have been 12 fucking movies. 12. Star Wars doesn't have 12 fucking movies. Star Wars right now is standalone on, if you take the Rogue One movie, is standing on 8 movies exactly. 8 fucking, and I'm not the Clone Wars shit, the animated shit. I'm not talking about that shit. I'm talking about the movies. If you take the movies, now they're going on 8, and they're saying that this is going to be 9, and that's going to be it. I don't see it being that way. Then there's going to be a Harrison Ford. They're fucking moving up in the world, and Lord of the Rings just, it's done. It's boom, and that's probably because the grandchildren of J.R.R. Tolkien didn't like the way Peter Jackson did the first 3. He butchered it. And to be all honesty, yeah, he kind of did. He left a lot of shit out. But it was a good movie nonetheless. I enjoyed him. I loved him. But he cut out a lot of shit. And that's because if he would have left all that shit, he would have had to make 3 movies into 1 book. Or 1 book into 3 movies. I mean, simple. So, anyway, we're back going on. It's weird that all 3 of them met before the Video Game Awards and stuff like that. So, what am I thinking? The movie will be revealed possibly at the Video Game Awards. Possibly. It may not be a full-blown trailer, but it's probably be like a little teaser. You know how they do nowadays. They have teasers, like 5-second fucking teasers, where it's like they see the words Metal Gear Solid or coming soon, and then that's it. That's all you fucking get. Or you'll get like a roar from Metal Gear or, whatever. I'm kind of hoping Hideo and Roberts takes my thing seriously about Hugh Jackman being Solid Snake, because apparently they're taking a cue on that, because I think he either retweeted or liked a tweet of Hugh Jackman, so that would be pretty interesting. It would be kind of cool if, like, no, I'm not going to say it. I'm not going to upset everyone. But it's just, I mean, that's the way David Hayter sees it. That's the way I'd see it too. I mean, after Logan, I was like, holy shit, you know. I do believe something's going to happen. Either Death Stranding's going to be at the Video Game Awards. Two things is possible with Death Stranding at the Video Game Awards. One, it's going to be just like the fucking other three, like I explained. Or Death Stranding being MGS. Whoa. Hey. No hate. That's the way I think it's going to go down. It's going to go down that way, I do believe. Everything happens for a reason, and it's all coming together. I mean, if possible, Death Stranding could be released next year towards Christmas. The dude has been working on scripts. We have not seen gameplay yet. It might be postponed. I mean, that's the thing is we haven't seen gameplay. We haven't seen anything. And with Kojima writing scripts, fixing the scripts, the time period of 2018 seems kind of hopeless. If you do get my meaning, there could be hope there. Who knows? I know it'll get released in 2018, and it'll be great. Hang on a second. Oh, never mind. So, with that said, let's move on. That's my predictions. Shit's gonna go down at the Video Game Awards. Watch out for the Paris Awards. There could be something, I don't know, but who knows. But let's move on from that, and let's talk about anime for a second. I plugged you guys on Twitter about the Mobile Suit Gundam Iron Blood Orphans. Holy shit. It was kind of slow. It kind of gives a wrap up. There's like a gap between the first season and then this, or the third season and this. I can't remember what season. I'm very excited that the English dub came back. Me as a Gundam fan, as any kind of anime fan, I love watching it on English dub. One, I hate watching subtitles. I really do. I hate them. Because then you're reading and not watching, you know. If there's action going on and you're like, fuck, I gotta read this, you know, and you're missing the action, you have to kind of like watch it again, you know. I just kind of glance down and then up and down, up and down. So I hate that. I really do. I grew up with English dub anime. I didn't grow up with subs, you know, because at the time there was like no internet. You know, there was somewhat internet, but it was all Cartoon Network. You know, it's like whatever you can get. I'm a big Gundam fan. I thought about I've got the 2 Barbatoses, one from season 1. I don't have the one with the armor, and I have the one that's season 2. You know, the right now one. I have that one, I do believe. I may not, from the way it looks, but from the way it looks, it's season 2. So, and I mean like model kits. I want to get back into model kits. I want to actually buy all the other model kits I used to have, and I wish I could like have like a shelf system to display them in. You know, because I think that would be cool. That would be really cool. So I cannot wait. It's gonna be awesome. But watching it, it was really cool. It reminds me so much of Diamond Dogs and of Metal Gear. Because it's just the way, I don't know, they're Tekkadan, you know, and they're a company, they do other different stuff, and they just remind me so much. The leader, Orca, reminds me of Miller, of course. Mizuzuki, I think I'm pronouncing it right, reminds me of Big Boss, or not Big Boss, but Venom Snake. In a way, because It's so ironic because at the end of the first season, he loses the ability of one eye and one arm. The arm in question, it's his right arm, but, but the eye is the right eye, They ain't working. Because he pushed himself a little hard. And every time he gets into the Gundam, of course Gundam, Metal Gear Gundam, he gets in there and he can use his arm and eye again when he's hooked up to the system. So, and of course he drops down and defeats a couple things, and he's standing there. And when they end it, I'm like, no, what is it? Fight, motherfuckers, come on. I know they have to catch people up because it's like there's like a big gap in time. Barbatos, the Barbatos Gundam was going under the construction, and everything else. I don't have any other Gundams. They're so expensive right now. They used to be like $5 to buy a model kit. Now it's like 12, 15, 20 bucks. And of course it's becoming, Christmas time and stuff, so I have to buy, hopefully I can get money up to pre-order Assassin's Creed Origins, and then to get the money up to get Gran Turismo, and then possibly maybe World War II. I don't know. There's a couple of things of equipment that I still need. I would love to have different types of equipment. There's one thing you could plug into the that I can use my camera. I wouldn't mind. I mean, that's the reason why I've got it down here, that I have it. So, I mean, that's the only reason. So, I don't know. There's a lot of things, a lot of equipment I have to get. That, I wouldn't mind a green screen for whatever purposes. I wouldn't mind this and that and this and that. A better computer system, bigger TV, which I'm going to get a bigger TV for down here. PS4 Pro. Sony, if you're listening, So it was pretty good. I love the episode. They introduced new people. I love it because they introduced new people kind of in that perspective, but then kind of switching back to the original people and switching it back and forth. That was pretty cool. But like I said, Barbatos coming in, I'm like, yeah, love that. But the other anime, which was an hour long, that was released yesterday, was the sub of Dragon Ball Super. Which, I've been teasing about this. I've been talking about it. Supposedly, Goku's breaker limit. Which is like, holy shit, okay? Holy shit. When... there was Goku was done, dude. I mean, Super Saiyan Blue with the Kaioken was fucking done. Was just done. And then Goku hits this new thing. It's called Ultra Instinct. Ultra Instinct is what Whis does, which pretty much you don't think, your body just reacts. Like, if you see a fucking butterfly or whatever flying away and you're looking at it and analyzing it, somebody comes and hits you and you automatically block it and you're still fucking looking at the butterfly going, look at that butterfly. That's pretty cool. That's what Ultra Instinct is, And Goku did it fucking flawlessly. I mean, the spirit mod thing, he sucked the energy or the explosion from the... Everybody's like, well, he absorbed... No, dude, that wasn't absorbing. That thing exploded. And the energy from that, he dug into Goku's thing. And the thing is with Goku is that once he hits something, just like Super Saiyan God, he hit it once. His body automatically knows how to get there. because we see him switching from that to Super Saiyan, that to Super Saiyan Blue, off and on, off and on. Is that he can fluctuate, his body remembers it. So with him hitting the state, dude, the state was like phenomenal. Goku doesn't even talk, he doesn't even flinch. Goku's like, looking at it, like he's deflecting shit and just looking at it like, wow, what the hell's going on? And it combined, like when he finally roared, it sounded like the Azaru and his regular voice and Azaru combined. So yeah, his eyes changed to a silver color. Everybody's comparing his eyes to that of the angels, and everybody's saying that Whis is preparing Goku and Vegeta to be the angel and god of destruction, mainly Vegeta being god of destruction, because Vegeta's like, I don't give a fuck attitude, and with Goku's carefree attitude, like Whis. So I think he's training them separately, and gods haven't perfectly got this, and Goku was like flawlessly doing this shit. He was like just fucking invading shit and had a different style to it, and it was cool. But he tapped out and he was like severely injured, and he moved, a different way. So, and of course at the end it shows Frieza getting up on Goku. Either something happens. I think, to be honest, either somebody catches Frieza doing the shit, or I think there's something. Frieza has a fucking unknown goal. Whatever the fuck that goal is, I don't know. Maybe because Frieza gave up his energy. Vegeta wouldn't. Vegeta's like, fuck that, I'm not doing that. But Frieza, the fucking enemy, done it. I think he sees Goku's like out of energy, and I think he gives, because he says at the end of it, he says it kind of brings back memories, doesn't it? That I do believe that is, Frieza on the ground begging, and then Frieza's gonna give Goku some of his energy. It's not a threat thing. I think he's gonna give him some of his energy, and he's gonna be like, here you go, get your energy back or whatever. I do believe that. So it's very fucking exciting. I cannot fucking wait. I cannot fucking wait. I love it. I hope he gets that again. Because now it's like Hit versus, I think Hit's going to get out and Jiren's going to be left. Because you see all the universe kind of like almost gain up. They stood up and was like around Jiren, like, fuck it, we're going to battle you then. You're going to take out Goku? And of course Goku comes back and they're like, oh shit. It was pretty intense, dude. It was pretty fucking intense. Like I said, knowing Goku's body, Goku's already learned that. Goku's can tap into that now. Since he can tap into that, he probably can combine that. Can you imagine that combined with Super Saiyan Blue, combined with the Kaioken? Oh my god. He would demolish Jiren in a matter of seconds if he combined those three things. If he can combine Super Saiyan Blue with Kaioken just seamlessly, and he didn't even say, he just combined it, boom, he's there. If he could combine the Ultra Instinct with that, oh my god, he's unstoppable. Unfucking stoppable, man. So guys, let's wrap this up. What did we talk about today? We talked about the new theory that I have coming out. We talked about mobile suits, the mobile suit Iron Blood Orphans. We talked about the video games that's coming out in October, Assassin's Creed and Gran Turismo. We've talked about the PlayStation Paris live show and the Video Game Awards, that Kojima is attending the Paris show. Maybe something's going to come out of that. Who knows? We've talked about the Video Game Awards. Possibly something could come out of the Metal Gear, a teaser for the Metal Gear movie. Possibly Death Stranding could be coming out as Metal Gear, or the same as it was before, just coming out, and then Lore come out with their third song. Secondly, that Konami could come out with the saying that the nuke tab and everything is fixed, that everything is fixed, that we can hit nuclear disarmament anytime soon. Who knows when it would that would be, because they want to be focused on Survive. Nobody's focusing on Survive. Everybody's still talking about the Phantom Pain. So in order for us to move on, we would have to finish the game. So they're thinking, in hindsight, we need to fix this. And for other reasons I'm not going to say, because you know I'm a theorist. But anyway, we talked about the video game movies. We talked about Dragon Ball Z Super, Goku's form not being Limit Breaker, but also Ultra Instinct. It could be called Limit Breaker. Maybe Goku will come up with that. But it's Ultra Instinct. That it is something that was taught. To Goku, it's a transformation for some reason. And Whis did explain that it's a Spirit Bomb's energy that exploded, that he absorbed, that's filling his body right now, because his body is depleted of energy. He has no energy but the Spirit Bomb. Who knows if Goku could, since Goku can obtain, like the God form. We talked about how he achieved the God form through only a certain way, but now since his body has learned that, he can tap into that. We have not seen Vegeta go in this state as of yet. He still can, possibly. But I do believe that Vegeta learned the power of the God, and while in that state, or somehow attained Super Saiyan Blue. It never really showed how Vegeta attained. It's just like when Vegeta attained Super Saiyan. It didn't really kind of show how he attained it, but so that's all we talked about today, and that's all the time I have for. And I hope you guys come back for next week. That I'll be talking a little bit more on different subjects, and to see where that goes. Yeah, so follow me on Twitter. Make sure you hit that subscribe button, hit the little bell thing to get notifications. Also, check out my apparel. Check out some stuff. If you guys want to buy my apparel, buy it. Show off your colors of the Reaper Army. Check me out on Twitch. I have not done a live stream in a while, but I will soon. I will have a Patreon soon. I'm still getting stuff up ready for that. So, yeah. Thank you guys so much for listening to the Reaper Podcast. And I will be back next week around 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time. So, thank you guys so much. And hey, be good to each other. Also, the terror attacks that happened in Las Vegas was a sad thing. We all have to love each other in a way. A lot of times we have to be like siblings. We do not all get along. No, we're not all perfect. We don't get along. But we all gotta love each other as siblings, as human beings. There is way too much in this world. Way too much hate in this world. Too much hate. And echoing the line of Disturbed, Who taught you how to hate? Pretty much saying that, somebody has taught you how to hate. You are the only ones that could hate. You're the only ones that can unteach the hate. So if somebody has taught you how to hate, you can, demolish that. Love one another. Take care of each other. Take care of each other's human beings. Take care of animals. That's all I gotta say. So I'm ending this podcast. Love everyone. Reaper out.